so awkward.
Why? I know. Like, welcome to the Breathe Easy podcast, the podcast where we talk shit about a lot of people, and those people happen to be in this very room with us. We're if you can, like, if you listen to the last episode, and you're listening to this episode, you can hear some voices and my dog. You can hear several voices. It's Aynsley, Shirley, Nelson, and two. Yeah, they wanted to do some baking today. I think today's gonna be considered more of a bonus episode because David doesn't really want to do it. I figured since we're all here, we might as well bang out an episode, and we're kind of playing it a little risky right now.
A lot risky.
Because
knowing our track record.
If
just lose sight of where we are.
Yeah.
And another thing.
I trust that we're going to know our place and know that there's a time and place for everything, and that time is not now.
Yeah. Like, you don't masturbate in church.
I mean,
time and place for everything. You go home.
Would you masturbate in the bathroom at work?
Nah. I know people have done it. I kind of get it. Like, you're stressed out or whatever. Sometimes you just need to fucking relieve yourself.
I've never been that stressed at work to like just jerk off.
Yeah, me neither.
Stall. That's fucking weird. So
to that, like, maybe if you had a nice bathroom.
Nice pearly white bathroom.
Yeah, nice and clean, good atmosphere.
I was
secluded enough.
Have you been to a casino casino bathrooms?
I've never been to a casino.
Oh, you never? Oh, okay. So if it's fancy enough, there's usually people who, and this also happens at clubs too, where there's a guy who just kind of hands you napkins as you finish wiping, hands you a mint and all that stuff. And then, I don't know why, but you would tip this man for giving you a fucking paper towel. But just imagine if you said that, and if it's fancy enough, and there's pearly white walls and everything, and maybe just gives you a napkin after you jerk off. Would you accept it?
Absolutely.
Really?
I mean, if you're gonna tip the guy, just come out with like your handful of cum,
right?
Just grab it and give it back to.
Put it in his pocket.
Make it, yeah. Make him work for it.
What was that movie where this man woke up? I can't remember what movie this was, but it was about the guy jerking off, and he did it so much that he had like paper, like tissue stuck to him. No, I think it was like an American Pie or something like that. I just remember doing that. Like, so you just like wipe your hands off and you just stick it back on him. Oh, Sora joined us on the couch, so you may or may not hear some barking because she wants attention from David.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire night, she's been like David's best friend. She wants David to play with her.
I think I've given her enough time.
Oh, you think that? You think that?
I'm tired. I don't know how. All right.
So, there was big news that I wanted to talk about. Right, it broke like 2 days ago.
But before we get to that, let's talk about you.
Yeah, you read my mind. I decided to hit the gym. Oh, let me rewind it. 24 hours ago, I went to the gym yesterday, and I went late on everything, and so I did light squats, some pull-ups, cable crossovers, all that stuff. Essentially a full body workout, but light. And I feel like I felt sore. So I was like, you know what? I'm at home. I'm kind of tired. And I'm just watching YouTube videos. And I'm like, you know what? I'll go to the gym again. Despite me being sore, maybe I'll bust out some heavy lifts or like go into like a full regimen again, full regimen workout. So I get there. See my boy PP. Okay. He's busy being a personal trainer. Give him a fist bump. Begin my workout. Feeling good? Lay my ass on a bench. And I bang out. What's 25 on each other? 95.
95.
95. Feels good. Go to 115. Feels good. You can hear Sora barking. Sorry. And then I drop back down to 115. Right.
Mhm.
Do some pull-ups in between each set. Feeling real good. 30 minutes have passed. Actually, no.
That seems long.
Yeah, it does seem long. I'll just give myself the benefit of the doubt. 15. I would just say 30 minutes passed. Actually, no, because when I actually got home, it was 4:05 is when I got home. I left the house at 3:05. So incorporate time traveled, let's say 10 minutes to get to the gym. Another 10 minutes, so that's 40 minutes. You know what? I could have may as well hurt my back 20 minutes into the fucking gym session. Okay? Because I went to the deadlift, something I have not performed in a really long time. Put on some 25s. It felt okay.
Mm-hmm.
Felt okay. And I really didn't want to pull the weight off. Because I would normally max out at a plate. I was feeling frisky today. I threw another set of 25s on. So that is 155.
Are these bumper plates?
The first set were bumper plates, and then the next layer was normal
so it's
plates.
normal height.
Yeah, so it is normal height. And I'm coming up. It feels fucking hard. Okay, and I don't know when exactly. I did 3 reps. It's either between rep 2 and 3. And usually, you can confirm this for me. When you go heavy, and if you're not very well versed in form, your form can fall to shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know if between rep 2 and 3, if I hyperextended my back, so it I caved,
Yeah.
I curved my back really hard.
Yeah.
Or I did the opposite and then I hunched over.
I think you probably hyperextended because you know enough to not do the slouch.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking I did hyperextend.
yeah,
as
probably
I was
to
coming,
compensate.
yeah, as I was coming up, I shit you not, I heard a pop, a snap, something that should not go on in your lower back, and I put that shit down, and I sat there, contemplating my life, contemplating if I have to quit the gym for another month. Mind you, I didn't go to the gym. Okay. Shirley just put Sora's crinkle toy right next to me. They're busy baking, so I'm assuming they don't want Sora to go over to their baking area. So, no? Okay. So, I didn't go to the gym for a month. And then on top of that, I've heard not so many people, but I've heard numerous people say, they still refer to is there, when I was promoting the last episode, is there talk of assholes again? Is there talk of hemorrhoids? I'm like, I don't think so, no. And then, I get a message yesterday. It was 25 minutes in, there goes the hemorrhoids. I'm like, what is that, your fucking safety word or something? Why is it so, I what? I don't know what else to tell you. I really don't know what else to tell you. You don't have to.
I think you have to apologize.
No.
You have to apologize to everyone.
No, I'll say this like I've been saying to everyone else. This is
no, so don't.
This is our podcast. Sorry, what do you want? You want the toy?
No, you want to?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna throw the toy. Hopefully, I don't hit the plant that's sitting on the table. Yeah. Okay, there we go. It's our fucking podcast, so I can say whatever I want. It's not sanctioned by the school where I have to adhere by some rules, right? And then there was also things oh yeah, he was 3 minutes in, he's already shit talking about people. Again, our podcast, we can talk about shit.
Oh, someone said that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't care if they're in this room either. I'll talk. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah. What the fuck was I saying? About hemorrhoids and
shit talking people.
No. Oh yeah. It was about the hemorrhoids. I haven't been to the gym in a month, right? Because I was doing that kickboxing competition. I didn't want to somally be sore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the hemorrhoids are X, Y, and Z. I don't know why I keep saying that, but my butt condition. Yes, Sora. Stop it. You okay? Sora? You're staring at me. Yeah, go bring the toy over to someone else. Yeah, there you go. So I was feeling good. I was feeling hyped. I'm like, I'm ready to get the gains. I was gonna take some I was gonna buy some mass gainer and all that stuff. Go hardcore on the fitness, right?
Yeah.
And fucking 2 days in, my back fucking pops. I don't know. Do you not want to bring her out? Okay. Because. So anyway, should I pause?
Yeah, it's kind of not working. There's so much barking.
Yeah, true. Pause. 3, 2, 1. And we're back. I had to take Sora out for a walk. And fucking A. There's so many fucking mosquitoes and moths outside.
Yeah.
I went outside.
It's like kind of foresty.
Huh?
Like it's like woodsy outside.
Yeah. I shit you not, yesterday, I was at another.
Oh my God.
Oh, here comes Sora again. I was at my other friend's house, and I walked outside. I was outside for, I shit you not, maybe, less than a minute, and I got bit on my neck, and it's the most uncomfortable thing ever. After like, you go back in and you start scratching. Fuck. So what the fuck? Oh yeah, so I popped my back.
Yeah.
I was so excited to get pumped because hey, my arms are looking good, so I'm like, maybe I'll build on that. Nope.
I think you kind of like rushed it. You said you were tired from the day before.
Yeah, but it wasn't my lower back though.
It doesn't matter. The deadlifts is one of those things, like if you feel exhausted.
But I wasn't exhausted. I was just okay. So I was feeling soreness in the quads, the lats, shoulders, and a little bit of the biceps, and that's it.
I mean, biceps and lats are enough. If my lats were super sore, I wouldn't deadlift.
I mean, it's not super sore, but oh well. Lesson learned. So like right after, I'm like, I went home, and then I was like, should I? So and I stretched out. So now it's the matter of, I know I have to keep my back mobile, right? Because if I just give myself bed rest, the more the pain is gonna be there.
Yeah.
So it's better to keep being active.
It also doesn't help that you have a desk job and sitting all day. It really fucks up your back.
Yeah.
Like I have a cushion at work just because sitting on the chair just as is.
Yeah.
Kills me. You know, speaking of the mosquito thing, like I have like weird anxiety when it comes to that.
Why?
When I was in Turkey, like our like family house there is like on mountainside.
Yeah.
It's like, and like the windows there, it doesn't have the screens, and we don't have an AC there, so it's either like fucking burn, or open the windows and let the mosquitoes in.
Yeah.
And like sleeping there, like every time I'd wake up, you'd hear the little mosquito buzz go by your ear.
Oh.
And I'd like cover my entire head, just burning.
Why don't you I guess since like it's abroad. Whose house is it?
It's my mom's.
Why don't your mom just install like one of those mosquito nets? You know, like those ones in like Savannah, Africa?
I don't know. She bought it, like it was my grandpa's old house. After he died, she bought it from like her brothers and all that. And like she barely visits. Hasn't really had the time to like upgrade it. And, like,
so next time you go to Turkey. Oh, by the way, those who don't know, David's Turkish. Yeah.
You're not Jewish?
You're not a Jew.
What's with that hair?
To be fair, you don't even have a Jew-fro.
I mean, I did.
Does it really count as a Jew-fro?
Back then?
Yeah, I wouldn't count as a Jew-fro.
It's pretty curly.
I would say you're a little too dark to be a Jew.
What about my nose? Is it not long enough? It's got a weird shape to it.
Nah, I never once thought you were a Jew, even when we first met. It's either, I mean, yeah, you can have like those incognito Jews where like they're of the faith, but you would never guess. They're not like wearing the fucking big overcoats, the big Matrix overcoats with a Abraham Lincoln top hat.
No yarmulke.
No, I'm talking about the Orthodox Jews. The Orthodox with the curly sideburns.
Yes.
And then the ones with the yarmulke are the ones that they just dress like fucking John Smith and then just have a little fucking
saying yaba, yaba the whole time.
You lost me.
You don't know the Jewish songs?
No.
Isn't that like the bar mitzvah song?
I mean, now that you say it, yeah. I would not associate with a bar mitzvah. Actually, I would associate with a bar mitzvah, but I wouldn't associate by itself. Like, yeah, I would have to tell me it's a bar mitzvah song, and I'd be like, oh, okay, there we go. If you can hear this right now, it's not a jackhammer. It's Aynsley's fucking mixer. They're baking again. If I don't know if I haven't said that in the beginning, I'll try to get this out in post. If it sounds like shit,
you'll never know this happened.
Huh?
They'll never know this happened.
Yeah. I tried my best to noise cancel out Aynsley and Shirley.
Yeah.
Last week.
I think this will be pretty hard to ignore.
So if you like us, or actually if you love listening to us, and I post this, deal with this shit.
Now's a good time to shit talk.
Now's a good time to shit talk.
They can't hear us.
There's nothing to shit talk.
I know.
I'd be too scared.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, I hurt my back. And there's nothing much else to say about it other than maybe I'll keep mobile. Yeah, desk job sucks.
Yeah.
So I gotta find other ways to keep mobile.
You gotta stretch, or if it gets really bad, physical therapy.
I was thinking about chiropractor. Now it gives me an excuse to actually go see a chiropractor.
Do you go to the doctor at all? Even for like a checkup?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. I probably should.
I'm very bad with it.
Yeah.
Now that I'm a full-grown adult, I am really bad with scheduling my own physicals.
Yeah. Like,
it used to line up on my birthday, or as close to my birthday as I could.
Yeah.
My birthday is in September. My physical... fucking A. I'm just like... They increased the power of the mixer. So if it seems louder, it's because it is. Okay? But my physical was in March. A half year later. And I'm very bad with speaking of doctors, I'm very bad with just keeping up with shit. Like, so TMI, I had to do a colonoscopy prep. Where they stick a camera in your ass and look at your colon. But to do that, your system has to be clear. Right?
Don't they do that when you're like 50 though?
Yeah. I'm pretty much geriatric.
Okay.
On the inside, I'm geriatric.
Okay.
Oh God, Aynsley, what the fuck? Hey, can you not enable? Oh my God.
Dude, all the infinity stones of loud noises.
Just everything is just in this house.
Them talking, the
mixer,
baking, the dog.
I wouldn't be surprised if the fucking TV went off too. But yeah, colonoscopy. You're supposed to have your system drained, right? And then very strict diet. You can't eat like, let's say, sesame seeds.
Oh, here he goes again. Shit talk.
Whatever. So then they give you a laxative to clear out your system. Well, I didn't do that. So my appointment that was supposed to be in June got pushed to August. And then because I had like a follow-up after the colonoscopy, the first time, I also had... So essentially, I had to reschedule 2. I think someone's knocking. Is someone knocking at the window?
Someone's at the door.
Oh.
Handball.
What's up, Aynsley? What's up, Aynsley?
Nothing. Hello, Breezy Podcast.
What's up? Huh? What do you want?
I'm trying to charge my phone. I'm trying to get it like.
Oh, what are you baking this week?
We're making Asian sponge cake.
Why not just regular sponge cake? Why does it have to be Asian?
Are we not in America?
Are we not in America? You hate America? Can you recite the national anthem?
Oh, say. Is that the national anthem?
Yeah, it is. I think you're thinking of the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Can you recite the pledge? Oh, she's gone.
What else? Yeah, so I'm just really bad with doctors. Now that I'm a big boy now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big boy now. I gotta put on the Huggies and schedule my own fucking doctor. What is this fucking bullshit? I'm used to being spoon-fed, my ass wiped. Okay.
Do you go to the dentist?
This is the one thing that my mom still schedules for me, is the dentist appointment. And I fucking hate it. I absolutely hate the motherfucking dentist.
Mm.
Do you like the dentist?
I haven't gone in a while.
Dude, every single fucking time, like, this is how I've actually told the dentist this in her face. I'd rather be in the hospital than be in the fucking dentist. Because I hate when shit is in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like that high pressure water thing.
Mm-hmm.
It, like, maybe my gums are sensitive. Maybe I have gingivitis. I don't know. It fucking hurts.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I hate doing the x-rays where they have to put that giant thing in your mouth.
I'm fine with that.
The bite wing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand that because I have pretty bad gag reflex. Feels like
I could see that, yeah, because it
feels
does.
like I'm choking something.
Yeah, because it's like a big squarish thing.
Yeah.
They put on the side of your mouth.
Yeah.
Or the front, and then you bite down. Yeah, I could see that. It does like literally hit the back of your mouth. Not like the back of your mouth, but like the space in your mouth as far as your cheek can go.
But it's pretty bad though, because I have health insurance that
Mhm.
I pay for now,
Yeah.
and dental insurance for my company.
Yeah.
Like I don't go. Like I feel like I'm not taking advantage.
I've known people that like haven't gone to the dentist in like 20-something years. They drink, they smoke. I'm talking about my aunts here. Like I've asked them, like, when's the last time you went to the dentist? Actually, they don't drink. I think they just smoke. Right.
Yeah.
That yellows your teeth and shit.
Yeah.
And just even like, I know like on an average like person. Let me ask you: do you floss your teeth every night?
No, I do
you
like
brush your
once. Wait.
Do you brush your teeth twice a day?
Only because I can't like go to bed without. Because when I wake up in the morning, when I don't, my mouth feels gross.
I've noticed. Okay, so I tried to brush my teeth twice, like in the morning and at night. At night, and I wake up, it still feels the same as when I wake up if I don't.
Mm.
But it's like it's weird because like I've heard stories of people who haven't gone to the dentist in like 20-something years, right? Because they're afraid of the dentist, they hate the dentist as much as I do. But yet, like, meanwhile, I go to the dentist every so often. I mean, I brush my teeth in the morning, right? And then I just fall asleep at night sometimes. And sometimes if I'm feeling frisky, I'll do it at night.
Mm.
But I have so many fucking problems with my mouth. I've had cavities on cavities, fillings on fillings. I just had my fucking wisdom teeth removed because they rot. Like, why can't that be me? It's like that one guy who, like, has been smoking, like, you've heard the stories of, like, you know, the guy who's been smoking since he was 16, 1 pack a day, and he's, like, 70 years old or 80 years old, no lung cancer, but, like, you know.
That was like my grandpa.
Yeah.
He smoked like every day. He died at 103.
I think it's like there's no in between. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
It's like you either smoke at a young age and die at a very old age, or you start smoking at 20 and have lung cancer by 43.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking mind bending. And for me, I feel like on the teeth end of it, I've been hit with like cavity on cavity, on filling on filling. And what I hate about the dentist is when they drill into your mouth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Have they drilled into your mouth recently?
No, I don't think I ever had like a drill.
Okay. I equate this to, so when they drill into your mouth, well, I remember the smell because they had to drill into my wisdom teeth to knock it out.
Mm.
And the smell in there is like, have you thrown a crab on a grill for a barbecue?
No.
It smells like that. It smells like, what's the shit that makes up like calcium? Yeah, I imagine because calcium is their shell, right? Our teeth. I'm assuming it's the smell of calcium. It fucking smells like a burning crab is what I can equate to, and fucking it's gross. It's absolutely gross. That's why I hate the dentist. And they'll pick at your teeth with that fucking.
I fucking hate that.
They'll like it's like nails on a chalkboard too.
It's not the last dentist I went to just fucking like chipped my tooth doing that. They just fucking kept on digging. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
I've heard stories from my dad where like he went to the dentist and the doctor purposely put a hole in his tooth so they can charge him for a filling or whatever.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
I remember some guy like in Florida, you know, of course Florida. Fucking, you would always do like root canals on not root canals, you'd pull their teeth.
Yeah.
Just to get that extra money, even when they didn't need it.
There was a time when I had like all my teeth pulled out. All of them were yanked out. And I don't know if that was a judgment call made by my mom or the dentist could have been lying. Because I shit you not, there was a period in my life when I was like, I want to say 7, where I had all my teeth yanked out.
Mm.
Who does that? Was I like that junk food kid? Like I didn't know I had cavities, or was that dentist trying to get fucking money out of my mom's pocket?
I'm sure he's like, oh, the insurance will cover most of this.
Probably.
Let me fucking do it. Better safe than sorry.
What the fuck? Do we have anything else to talk about other than the big news?
Not really.
Okay.
I did start I told you about this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
My the place I work, there's like 3 buildings and they all communicate with each other.
Yeah.
So one guy from the building over, he's like, "Oh, I'm starting this band. Why don't you come over? If anyone's interested
in joining? Yeah.
Shoot me an email." I'm like, "All right, I'll try it." I've been playing music. I kind of want to get a band going, that kind of thing again.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking go there. He says it's gonna be in the building next over. It turns out it was outside, and it's like behind us. It's like a forest.
Yeah.
So it's like all this mosquitoes. I'm like, all right, I can deal with this.
Yeah.
I show up. No one brought their instruments but me. And then it was an older guy the guy who actually set it up. So I'm like, okay, a guy who's like in his 20s. Looks like a fucking stoner.
That's the best kind of musician, man.
And then the worst one, this lady who's like 50 or 60.
Brings a clarinet.
She didn't bring anything. She brought her voice.
No.
But to be fair, she said that's what was like advertised. But the worst part is she had a mustache.
No.
I couldn't fucking turn it away. And her voice was awful. I'm like,
oh, that was worse.
I never went back.
I was just expecting like a clarinet. You know what? I was as you were describing it, I was expecting the SpongeBob episode with the bubble bowl. And they all like gather.
Come together.
Yeah, they all come together. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Yes, Sora. Sora wants some attention. But there's 2 groups here. It's me and David at the podcast couch. And then everyone else baking. And Sora's walking away. I think she realized she's not getting anything from us. But I wouldn't be surprised if she's going to come back. But yeah, that's what I imagine. Just Patrick asking and someone bringing the most obscure, like, I was expecting someone to bring a clarinet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone brought a mustache.
Someone brought a mustache. Oh, God. I don't know. It's like, I've been playing for like 10 years and you kind of know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm way too good for these people.
Yeah. I would imagine that the guy who's in his 20s, what does he play? Banjo?
He said he was a guitarist.
Uh-huh.
Like, into like 90s grunge and whatever. Like, why didn't you bring a guitar?
Yeah.
It's fucking like stoned. I don't know. They all made plans to like, oh, we'll learn some songs. I'm like, yeah. And then I never showed up again. I even sent like an email like, oh, I'm done with this. I just
never showed up again.
No.
When was this?
It was like a month ago.
You know, they'll be on a tour bus, and you'll be walking home because your car broke down.
Yeah.
And they'll drive. They'll drive past you.
No.
And then they'll stop the bus and be like, David, what's up? We haven't seen you in a month. You know what? We made it big. We're going to our first gig. How's the blues, baby? You want to ride? And then you'll be too proud.
Their band name, The Lady in the Mustache.
No.
Yeah, no one's putting that face up on fucking billboards, you know?
I just, every time someone describes Lady with the Mustache, I think of like a woman with like a nightgown on, with like hair down her back, mustache, probably Greek. Oily ass hair, moles on her face.
Nah, she wasn't like that. She was like a regular white. Like, just gave up on life.
And it's weird because, and I don't want to like stereotype. I would expect it from like I don't know how to say this without sounding fucked up, but like Indians, people of Indian descent, are kind of hairy, right?
Are they?
Yeah.
I never
Well,
noticed.
like I don't know, like I've noticed some that like they have a little bit of like hair on the arms or whatever,
Dude.
and they'll like have it on like the
the
mustache. I'll forgive that because it's part of like if it's I don't know. It's like I feel like it's like I don't want to say dime a dozen, but that's more noticeable than Gertrude with the fucking the curly ass 1800s mustache.
Mm.
But whenever I see like a white woman like sport a mustache, they're either a hippie, Ivana, or
Come on, dude.
or
She does not have a mustache.
sorry, she has hairy armpits.
Yeah, and she fucking braids.
Does she braid it?
No.
But like
She, to be honest, she wasn't that bad. We just hated on her for no reason.
she called me an asshole, right?
Yeah, rightfully so.
I mean, I get what was her justification for calling me an asshole?
I don't know. You're probably making fun of her.
No, I feel like this was in the middle of class during our our first year seminar.
Yeah, but I don't know what you
And
said.
I said something that wasn't even meant to be like offensive, and then she told me to shut the fuck up.
I mean, half of it's your tone,
Yeah.
which doesn't help you at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she's sensitive. I don't. And you're definitely kind of insensitive, also.
I know. I'll be sensitive to some people if I can like. If you give off the vibe of being sensitive, right? But if you're like this big fucking, if you're wearing a Hell's Angel jacket and you have a fucking Harley, right? And then suddenly I like if I accidentally call you a bitch or whatever, you're gonna fucking get upset over that. Like I wouldn't know. I think the same thing would have been for like anyone I've, offended accidentally. Like I wouldn't know that. Like it wouldn't fit your personality, you know. Now, what makes me an asshole is if I know there are some things that piss people off, and I cross that line anyway. Okay.
Which you've done.
Which I've done. I'm proud of it. Can you refresh my mind? Like off the top of your head, have I crossed that line in recent?
Not recently. You definitely
in the past though. What did I use? Give me an example. Off the top of my mind, I can't think of it. I just know that's enough.
Things that you were being insensitive about.
Yeah.
So and so's.
About what though?
Jumping out the window, and then you're like, if you're gonna do it,
oh yeah,
just fucking do it.
Okay. Let me say this. There are some people who deal with that problem, and I understand that. Okay. Why are you looking at me like that? It did. It did. It got really fucking quiet, and I don't have my glasses, so I can't tell.
Hey, let's move on.
You can't tell if anyone.
If we know anything about us, we're fucking pussies.
Yeah. Like I think David said like 2 episodes ago, like I'm the one that's so confrontational. It's true for both of us. We're very confrontational. And then when we're actually in the same room, we're just like, we'll talk about it another time, okay? No, but like, there are people that like experience this shit, right?
Yeah.
And I understand it's like something in the brain or whatnot, right? But if you go around parading, like it's almost kind of like you're waving the, what is it,
the gay flag.
No, it's
the white flag.
No, wait, no, it's like if you're parading it around like you're proud of it, like you want attention. But you're waving around like you want attention, you want the people to throw pity at you.
The pity flag.
Yeah, that's when I'm kind of like, that's almost insensitive to the people that actually experience this. You know, like there are people who I've known that like cut themselves, right? And they've never expressed anything that they're like struggling with, right? And on the other side of the spectrum, and I get there's different like coping mechanisms for this, right? Not everyone's the same, right? I'm sure that there's other people who, you know, I can't think about it's on my head, but like for me, it kind of feels insensitive because on the surface, like I'll say it like this: my perception is it's me being sensitive to me having a preconceived notion of like who this person is and something that like I've totally lost it. Okay. We get it like,
dude, like back then you couldn't articulate this.
Bottom line, I felt like you saying you want to do X, Y, and Z because of what you're doing. Just fucking do it. You know, if you're gonna parade around and brag about it, like it's bragging rights. That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah.
then just go ahead and fucking. And I know that sounds fucked up, but I don't want to listen to this shit. I could choose to walk away.
Yeah.
But I was here first. I was here first. Okay.
Oh, see, I get that more, but back then you couldn't articulate it as well.
Oh no, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I definitely couldn't. You know, and you know what?
And you definitely weren't as understanding about it.
I think I was understanding.
Well, you didn't show it.
I mean, who are we talking about here? Does she
You know-
deserve? Do they deserve? Do they deserve it?
That's a different. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, she's here now. She's fine. It's not like my words fucked her.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
I don't know. Oh, but speaking of,
Oh, yeah, the mustache lady and
yeah,
then
mustache lady. I don't know how we got to.
mustache lady hair, armpit hair,
Mhm.
Ivana. She wasn't as bad as we thought. You being an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, David posted about a job that he gave to Nelson.
Yeah.
I don't want to call him over here, but he got the job. Congrats to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be making the same. Would he be making the same amount that you made, or slightly?
Well, I just found out that he's temp.
So he has to go through a temp agency.
No. Like, it's like on a trial basis. Because they've had bad luck with
Yeah,
filling that position.
yeah.
So if he can make it a month, then.
I feel like you have to be clinically retarded
Yeah.
to not like.
You should have seen the guy that fired.
Was he retarded?
Oh, big time.
Was he like string theory metal hat or like
The funny thing
pinwheel
was,
on the head?
he said this job's so easy that like a fucking monkey can do it.
No.
And he gets fired. Like, I can't read the writing, dude.
Like I get so
It's data entry and he kept putting in the wrong information.
no. Data entry is very straightforward though. It's usually information A goes to like spot A, space A. Like how
Yeah.
do you fuck that up?
I mean, I'll give him this. What
Numbers
was
are
doing.
hard.
it wasn't even numbers.
Maybe
it's a boring job. So
maybe his reasoning was, you know, on like the number here when you let me bring up my phone right now and show you when you bring up your keypad on your phone.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going from top to bottom. But on the keyboard, it's 7, 8, 9. Next row down 4, 5. Maybe he's just swapping the fucking numbers. Do you have a question why it's different?
no.
You just accept it, right?
Yeah, I just accept it.
Maybe he just didn't know. Maybe he thought he was one of those cool kids who like didn't need to look.
It's like Patrick. M for Mini is now W for Wumbo.
Have you seen the voice actor do all that stuff?
Yeah.
As it's fucking incredible. I love it. Like when he's doing the lid. I love it. He actually looks like a Patrick.
Yeah, kind of.
He kind of has like that dumb look to him. I love it.
It's weird because like you never knew the face.
Yeah.
But like I think he was the dad from How I Met Your Mother. So then seeing him as Patrick after.
I think I've heard that he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read in the comments that he was like the dad from somewhere.
It's like when I first saw his face, he was like the dad who passed away, so it was like all emotional.
Yeah.
And then seeing him play Patrick.
Little do you know he's been playing Patrick.
Fucker.
Little do you know he's been playing Patrick since 1999.
Yeah.
Do you have is it easy for you to associate names like voices with names? Like if like you watch a show and you'd be like, "Oh, this guy sounds familiar. Oh, it's this guy from this show."
I could do that with video games.
Mhm.
Cuz at some point like everything was all Nolan North and Troy Baker.
Yeah.
It's like the two biggest. It's like, "Oh yeah, that sounds like Nolan North." I think the first time that happened was like playing Assassin's Creed. I'm like, "Oh yeah, this sounds like Nathan Drake from Uncharted."
Who did he play in Assassin's Creed?
Altair, Desmond.
Oh.
Like both of them.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
No.
I can tell obviously everyone can tell Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, I'm blanking. I'm trying to blank here.
You just named the Arkham City cast.
I'm really blanking. Like, it happens.
Oh, also to that point, he also played the Penguin in Arkham City.
Did he really?
Yeah, it sounds nothing like him.
He's so fucking good with his voice.
Yeah,
acting.
for sure.
It's incredible.
Even Troy Baker, like, yeah, such good like vocal range.
Troy Baker sometimes. Fucking A. This is why we can't have nice things. She's like shouting and shit. But there are often times where Troy Baker sounds almost like Mark Hamill, and I actually have to IMDb it, who is who.
Yeah.
Like Mark Hamill, I know is Mark Hamill. But Troy Baker, I kind of have to like. Do you remember the DC animated movie Assault on Arkham?
Yeah.
And it was there was a scene where the Joker has Harley, and he has a gun to her head, and then he flips it on Deadshot. I shit you not, I thought there was a line where he says like, you know, like hi bitches or something like that, and I thought for sure it was Mark Hamill, and I'm like, I had to replay it like 3 times. I'm like, is it Mark Hamill? No, I think that's fucking Troy Baker.
He played the Joker. Huh. I know he played the Joker in one of the games too.
He played the Joker in Lego Batman.
Did he?
Yeah, he played. He played. See, like this is the.
He played Batman in the Tell a Story game. What's it called?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know what it's called, but it's like, you know those video games that it's like basically like playing through a story, like a movie.
Yeah.
Telltale.
You lost.
He played Batman in that.
Now I'm being.
He played the Arkham Knight.
Did he really?
Yeah. It was really, like, his voice acting was really good.
Sorry, those are my glasses. Sora just hopped onto the couch. Sorry, I'm gonna have to like dampen that shit. Oh god. But Jason O'Hara. He's the current voice of Batman, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like him.
Me neither.
I really don't. Like ever since because his Kevin Conroy's last movie was Flashpoint.
I think it was the Cone joke.
No. It was Flashpoint. Then the New 52 iteration, because after Flashpoint it was the New 52.
Mm-hmm.
Then they brought in Jason O'Hara, and then the Killing Joke. I don't know how I like Jason O'Hara as Batman.
Yeah, I feel like just like the whole quality of those animated films.
Yeah,
isn't even as good as like the '90s show.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
There was She wanted to go to New York during the Japan Fest. I swear to God, there was some Batman news. Since we're still on DC, totally lost my thoughts, so I'm gonna segue it over here. Are you watching Legends or the whole Arrowverse?
Yeah.
Do you know that they're doing Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Yeah.
They're bringing Smallville, Clark Kent. Now, if I'm honest, did you watch Smallville?
I tried to. If you try to rewatch it, it's super cheesy.
Yeah. I watched the scene where he was racing against Barry Allen Flash, and the effects looked like shit.
Yeah.
Mind you, it was like early 2000s.
Yeah.
From my knowledge, he never put the suit on, right? Maybe he put it on in the last episode?
Yeah, I feel like he did the last episode, but I'm not sure.
Because there's a stock image of him in a Superman, and it looks too real to be fake.
Yeah.
You know, like obviously you can Photoshop it, but it looks legit. It looks like a promo poster for maybe the last episode of Smallville. But he's gonna be Superman in their Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Oh wow!
They're bringing back Brandon Routh, who is leaving as a regular as the Atom.
Yeah,
he's leaving. Supposedly he's leaving as a regular, so he's just gonna be in and out supporting role, I guess.
Yeah,
but it's weird that
I always felt like he was too big
to be Ant-Man.
To be in
no, not Ant-Man, the Atom.
Yeah, in that show.
His name, right? Just his name, because he like for the fact that he was Superman.
He was Superman. He was in Scott Pilgrim.
I didn't watch Scott Pilgrim.
It's pretty good. It's kind of weird. That's
Mhm.
why I like it.
So Brandon Routh is gonna be the Atom and Superman, which is fucking weird because he
Yeah.
hasn't been in the suit since 2006. Did you watch that movie?
I did.
You thought it was shit?
I don't. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It had some cool scenes, and he looked good as Superman.
I think he looks fucking good as Superman. He looks like Chris Reeves' Superman,
Yeah.
which I did not watch the first Superman 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's 4 of them. I didn't watch them, but from what I can see, he looks almost like a George Reeves.
Except like HD.
No, not George. Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves.
Sorry, George. I think George Reeves was another Superman on a TV show. I don't know why I know this, but there's 2 Reeves as a Superman. Better than Mark Henry Cavill.
Yeah, the way he looks.
Every time I think of Henry Cavill as Superman, I think of his CGI'd face because of his mustache. He looked like he had buck teeth.
They did him dirty. Like he could have been a good Superman.
Yeah.
He hasn't had the chance. Whatever.
Yeah. I feel like you lose it because that movie's so CGI heavy.
Yeah.
They don't even give the motherfucker a cape. His cape is CGI.
Oh yeah.
That's fucking nuts. Was Batman's cape CGI?
It had to be. I think so.
Actually, no, because they pulled on his cape. You remember that fight scene where he's beating ass in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Either they strapped a wire to him and he fell back, or somebody pulled his cape.
I feel like knowing DC was probably CGI, but
who else is coming in that cross? Mind you, I'm never gonna fucking watch this. I just think it's interesting. There's also a Flash that they're bringing on. Not John Wesley's ship, not Barry Allen's dad, but like, I guess there was another iteration. They're bringing voice actors too, from like cartoon shows.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah, they're bringing in a Flash from like a 70s cartoon. They're bringing in, do you remember did you ever watch the Justice Friends?
No, that's way too old.
With the Wonder Twins? I used to watch this on Boomerang all the time. They look like these fucking Filipino looking motherfuckers with like, they were wearing purple spandex. They had a pet monkey that was blue and they would transform. And the girl could transform herself into animals.
Mm-hmm.
And then the boy can transform himself into inanimate objects. Which is just fucking weird because he'd be like a form of a bucket of water. And then she'd be like a form of, Sora, what are you doing? He'd be like a form of a shark. And then like she'd like dive into the bucket. And then that was her combo. They're bringing them into the voice actors into it, I think. And they're bringing Burt Ward into it.
Would you watch it if Kevin Conroy is in it as an older Batman?
I would, on YouTube, after someone accumulates all the clips of Kevin Conroy as live-action Batman. Because I cannot watch a 5-6 episode crossover of this bullshit. I can't.
That'd be dope, though. Him, like...
Finally in the suit.
Not even that, like, him as, in the Terry McGinnis Batman.
You know what would be funny if, remember Spider-Verse where they had different art styles?
Yeah.
And maybe there is a live action show with like a cartoon insert, but like I want it to be live action, right? Live action Flash, live action Arrow, Legends, and then the cartoon Batman comes in and it's just Kevin Conroy, because I feel like he's not bulky enough to be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
his voice is like heavy. Right, it gives because we're used to seeing Bruce Wayne as a heavy, bulky man.
Even
Conroy,
when he's old.
Yeah, Kevin Conroy is like fucking stick.
Yeah,
So I feel like they either need to put him in like a Michael Keaton-esque suit with like the rubber ribs and rubber pecs and all that shit, or they're gonna have to like maneuver some bullshit for that.
And if you know their budget, they can't afford a good suit like that.
Yeah, yeah. They can't, like, even Superman's suit looks like shit.
Yeah.
Have you seen their Superman? He doesn't look like a suit. He looks a little bit too dark.
He looks a little too dark.
I was not dark. He looked too tanned, right?
Yeah, tan.
Yeah, he's very tanned. Very fucking weird.
And it's like next like low cut relative to other. I don't know.
I think his S, you're very used to seeing it centered on his chest. I think either his S wraps up into his cape or his cape comes down into the S. It's very fucking weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
And yeah, low neckline with the way they try to show like super cleavage or something. It's really fucking weird. But maybe because it's a feminist show, it's all about womendom, and
Oh yeah, it is.
maybe they're gonna make Superman very like racy, effeminate, yeah, racy, showing the super cleavage. I was gonna go on another DC tangent. Do you think we're done with DC?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Yeah, good. We're only supposed to go an hour. We're 40 minutes in, so we're not doing too bad.
Yeah.
Breaking news. As of what, 2 days ago? It was
Yeah.
2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
The news broke. So Sony, and I'm sure everyone's fucking heard this by now. If you haven't heard it, you're a fucking idiot, or you live in a goddamn cave. But we're gonna talk about it. Sony and Disney have split. They're no longer doing that collab to put Spider-Man. I swear to God, as I'm talking, they're getting louder too. So I gotta like bring my mouth closer to the microphone. But they have split. So now Spider-Man, Tom Holland, everyone's favorite Spider-Man, is no longer gonna be in the MCU. Okay. Now the terms of the agreement was like Sony's gonna do all the financing, majority of the financing, with Kevin Feige as creative. What do you call that? Creative consultant, right? But Sony was going to take on a bunch of the they were going to finance most of it, and Disney would only get 5% of the first day grosses or first weekend grosses of that premiere, and nothing after that. Disney they did get greedy. Can we agree with that? That they wanted to change the agreement.
Yeah.
But it's not without reason. They wanted to change it to 50-50 on co-financing it, meaning that they would get more of the
revenue,
which I think it is well deserved. Because let's face it, Sony has produced, if we don't count Spider-Verse, Sam Raimi's 3 Spider-Mans. And then 2 of, I don't even know who fucking directed the next 2. Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, right? And they cost, I want to say, $250 million each movie, and they grossed good numbers, right? 800 million, 850 million. That was because that was at a time when we didn't have a Disney influenced Spider-Man. So do you think? And then now Sony has like the audacity to say like, oh yeah, we think we can do this, right? We think we can handle a Spider-Man. But then the truth is, they did Venom by themselves. It did do gangbusters. It wasn't a flop.
Yeah,
got
the money.
Which I'm questioning, who the fuck are these people? I really do want to know. Like, the reason why they keep Spider-Man is because that's their cash cow. But that's because dumb motherfuckers keep going to watch these movies. But now that we know what a Spider-Man can be like with the help of Disney, do you think if Sony has sole rights to Spider-Man, do you think it's gonna, people are gonna go see it?
I don't know. You think they're going to see it because he was in the Marvelverse? Like,
I don't think so. Like Tom Holland, people will go see him because he's Tom Holland. People won't go see it on the basis that it's another Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
I feel like with their track record, like knowing
even the last movie, like it wasn't that great, but it still got over $1 billion.
Which one? Are you talking
Far
about
From Home?
Far From, yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but I think it's because it's the follow-up story to Endgame.
Yeah.
It's directly like a day after Endgame, 2 days after Endgame. I didn't watch the movie, which I probably should, but I'm kind of like marveled out at this point.
Yeah.
I want to end off on a high note, like Endgame high. But I haven't watched it yet.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't add anything to the overall
Yeah.
story. It's like it's like
Sorry.
it's like Homecoming,
Yeah.
where it's like kind of lighthearted,
Yeah.
like funny cast. But yeah,
Do you take more of Sony's side or Disney's side on this, or do you think they're equally to blame, or do you like understand
I
what
mean, if
each side is
Disney
coming
was
from?
gonna like split the costs,
Yeah,
and they already agreed on like what 3 movies.
they agreed on 3 solo movies and 3 Avenger movies, or something like, or like yeah, 3 co-starring movies. So they was gonna do. So he was in Civil War,
Yeah,
Endgame, Infinity War, and then he's gonna have his own, supposedly his 3 solos. But it's rumored to be, Sony said they're gonna have 2 more down the pipeline. They have 2 more ideas, but it's not gonna be in the MCU.
I don't know. That's weird.
I say, people are saying Disney is greedy, but I don't think they are.
They're definitely.
They, from their perspective, I would understand it because they did all the heavy lifting. First off, they did it right because the motherfucker is like 15 years old he's still in high school.
They did that right.
They did that right. When we got fucking Tobey Maguire, the motherfucker was like 40 years old.
But it's kind of hard. Like that movie kind of had heart.
Homecoming?
Nah, like the Sam
So-
Raimi ones.
Yeah.
Like they didn't ruin like some of the good like deep moments. It's like a cheap joke.
To be fair, it only got bad in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
I feel like if you take 1 and 2 for face value, great movies.
Even what not
They were
if
good
you watch
movies.
like he was too mopey in 1 and 2, like the Raimi ones.
Yeah.
But like the new ones are just like they just make too many jokes.
I understand that. But I feel like wasn't Spider-Man always the kind of jokester?
Yeah,
He was kind of like the PG Deadpool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they found a good balance yet. But even then, like I watched Batman Begins again.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
Mhm.
Like nothing Marvel has is that good.
Earnest. It's true
Just-
true to the mythology.
No, just like in terms of storytelling.
Yeah.
Like I was not Spider-Man, not counting Spider-Verse. If you like, I don't know. I feel like all those Marvel movies, like I'm sure that Marvel hype has helped
Yeah.
Spider-Man in getting the money, but they're starting to feel like really formulaic.
The Marvel movies now?
Yeah,
I feel like that's why I've lost the feel to watch them. Because you know how it's going to feel.
yeah.
Maybe I'll watch Doctor Strange because that's the first horror one to come out. That's the first.
Is it supposed to be horror?
It's supposed to be horror. But everything else it does seem formulaic at this point. We're
Yeah.
used to. We've gotten 10 years, 11 years worth of formulaic movies. Some work. I've recently started blasting the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack because I still think Guardians 1 is a great movie.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the number ones of most movies, other than Thor, are great.
Yeah.
And Black. You know what? I'll I'll revise my statement. Iron Man 1, Guardians 1. I think that's it. Okay, 2 movies. I think it's great. Everything else was okay. It's rewatchable, but it's not on my my like top tier Marvel.
But even those, they're not Batman.
No,
Nolan
they're
Batman
not.
good.
They're not.
I don't know. I feel like because they try to make it so like kid, like all inclusive,
Yeah.
that they miss out on good storytelling.
Yeah.
Like I felt like that with Black Panther. Like they were touching on some serious topics, but they never really get into it.
Yeah.
And even like Endgame, like it could have been so much more brutal. Not like bloody or anything.
There was that deleted scene, or like the screenwriters Marcus and McFeely said that there was a scene that they cut out where Thanos holds up Captain America's head.
Yeah, old Thanos goes to Earth in 2014, kills all the Avengers, and then brings back Captain America's head.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
That would have been sick.
Yeah, but I feel like they knew the demographic.
And that's what I'm saying. Like they kind of like have to downgrade the quality.
Yeah. I feel you. So, it's. I'd feel more accepting of the fact that they're splitting if Disney did not make the whole MCU based on Spider-Man. They essentially made him their central character, the replacement for Tony Stark.
Yeah.
How can you do that to a character that doesn't even belong to you in terms of distribution? That's so fucking weird. And now, if this deal does go through or there's no modifications, we have to deal with now these movies. Their scripts kind of have to be geared differently. You know, now if that's the case, Don Cheadle ain't getting fucking top dollar for this.
Even though he's one of the best actors.
Yeah, even though he's one of the oldest. But Don Cheadle's not going to get it. I think it has to be, if this goes through, right? If nothing changes, do you think is it Captain Marvel?
As the new
center of the MCU.
I feel like they've been trying to do that anyway.
Well, I know that she was going to be the leader of the new Avengers. And I shit you not, word on the street, I don't know, internet, maybe I'm reading into it, but they were going to do Young Avengers or something like that. And Spider-Man was going to be the leader of the Young. I don't know. I feel like that would have been the case. But then again, they haven't invited kids into it. So maybe it was just going to be like Captain Marvel. Okay, let me say it like this. Captain Marvel is the leader of the new Avengers. Or supposedly, that's what they want. Along with Black Panther, Doctor Strange, War Machine, Scarlet Witch.
Probably the X-Men too.
X-Men won't come until 2022. But then again, there's no Avengers.
But once they come, I can't imagine them like being behind.
Yeah.
Any of them.
There is no Avengers slated for 2022. Phase 4, sorry.
Yeah.
So our new iteration of Avengers could have X-Men. You know something else? Someone said like, oh, if which X-Men do you think would have? Like they're just asking like hypothetical. Have you seen on YouTube where like they're just kind of milking Endgame when it first came out? It was like, oh, the real reason why he could lift Mjolnir, and then it's like 10 minutes of them saying, yeah, he's still worthy, or like why could like the main reason why Captain America could lift Mjolnir, or why he couldn't lift Mjolnir in Age of Ultron. They're just milking it for everything.
Yeah.
Like, what if? Why didn't this happen? Why did that happen? Totally lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Fuck. Holy fucking shit. I totally lost my shit. Oh my god. What was I talking about?
I'll be honest. I can like hardly hear you half the time.
Oh, fuck.
So you're...
Well, that's great. That's great.
I don't know. I feel like they're going to take forever to set up the next big Marvel storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
I heard it was going to be Galactus.
I heard Secret Wars. Which I don't know what that is.
Yeah, me neither.
Which is probably a good thing. Because I know so much of the DC storylines that if I were to see them on the big screen, I'd feel like...
you know where this is going.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, now I know where it's going. Someone asked Marcus and McFeely or the Russo brothers, oh, if the Kevin Feige, which of the X-Men would have survived the decimation? Well, that question shouldn't exist because they weren't in the fucking universe, you know? And obviously the cop-out one is Wolverine.
Yeah.
Everyone else dies except Wolverine, which is fucking bullshit because if he wipes out 50% of the population, you're telling me everyone in the X-Men universe, only one person survives? That's a shitty fucking hit rate then. If the kill rate is 50% and all your fucking friends were in that other 50, that seems like a cop-out answer.
Yeah.
I don't know why people do this shit. Like, oh, what if he was in this universe? You know what? What if the decimation didn't fucking happen? What would that mean? And then we get another 10-minute video of what would happen. Okay. I don't think, even if they bring in like Galactus and the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, would you watch it?
I don't know.
I feel like they've done most of the major storylines.
I think so.
Like, God forbid we get another Dark Phoenix, which I did not watch. The
It's
one with Sophie
forgettable.
Turner. Yeah. I feel like literally everything past Days of Future Past was forgettable. You get Days of Future Past, and then I was so hyped to watch Apocalypse, and they gave me that piece of shit.
Yeah.
I was so fucking disappointed. I actually lost faith in 21st Century Fox Marvel. It was fucking disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
They did Oscar Isaacs dirty in that movie, but Oscar Isaacs, he works with what he's given, right?
Yeah.
I can't tell if his performance is bad or what they gave him to work with was bad,
I'm sure it's the latter.
but his portrayal of Apocalypse was so fucking shitty. And the if we rewind to the internet in 20 whatever year it came out, and people were relating him to the Ivan Ooze meme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I know Apocalypse from the X-Men cartoons. He was blue, kind of robotic,
Yeah, kind of robotic.
red eyes, and he could beat your ass. This one, I felt like he didn't really do anything.
It just reminded me of Ronan,
The Accuser,
the accuser.
big bad, doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
I also like how Michael Fassbender never aged.
Yeah.
They started it in the 50s, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Started in the 50s. The last one ended in what, the 90s?
90s.
And the
That's
motherfucker,
40
all they
years.
did was give this man a 5 o'clock shadow, and that's it. I don't understand it. I don't think these people know what time is.
And then 10 years later, he becomes Ian McKellen.
10 years later.
Gandalf the Grey.
I still believe Ian McKellen is I mean, granted, there's only been 2. I still think Ian McKellen is a better
Magneto.
in terms of he looks like someone with a strong ideology,
Mm-hmm.
right? But then Michael Fassbender looks like he looks like the stature that Magneto should have been.
Yeah. For sure. I don't know. I feel like they just need to get back to good storytelling.
They do. I'm just waiting for it. Yes, Sora. It's too much to hope for. But no, I said no. Sora, we're busy making content. Aynsley, come get Sora. She's barking into the mic. Go play with her. Take out Benji. Oh God. Is it too much to hope for that Sony just gives the rights back?
Yeah, I think that's too much.
That's too much to ask for.
Especially now they know that it's a cash cow.
With the help of Kevin Feige, though. Like, how far do these people have their head up their asses that they think that, without Kevin Feige, none of this could have happened? They've made 5 Spider-Man movies, not counting Spider-Verse. They've made 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say 6, including Venom. I didn't watch Venom, but to my knowledge, it's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
They've made 6 Spider-Man themed movies without Kevin Feige, and they were all pieces of shit. There was also rumor that they were also fighting for screenwriting credit, that Kevin Feige didn't get screenwriting credit for some of the movies that he actually worked on. Don't quote me on this. There was word that he worked on Venom. There was word that he worked on Spider-Verse. If it was Spider-Verse, that's why that movie was great. It's so fucking weird that they made 6 Spider-Man movies, and then Spider-Verse to make it 7, and then Spider-Verse was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I really don't understand that. How do you make that happen?
I don't even know.
More so because everyone knows who Peter Parker is. Nobody knows who Miles Morales is. And you make a beautiful story about Miles Morales.
Yeah.
It's really fucking weird. For those who don't know, Spider-Verse is my favorite Spider-Man movie. The animated. And it's on Netflix. So if you have a Netflix account, watch. If you don't have a Netflix account, ask someone with a Netflix account so you can watch it. Aynsley, have you watched Spider-Verse?
Yes, and I love it. And me and David need to do a dance outside.
A dance?
A dance?
You know what I mean?
Oh, you need to change cars. Oh,
Me?
okay.
Oh,
Well, you want to just end the episode right now?
yeah.
Yeah, this has been Jeremy.
It's been David.
Yeah, well, thanks for listening to this. Is it a bonus episode or a legit episode?
Let's call it a bonus
Let's call
episode.
it a bonus episode. Yeah. Thanks for listening to episode 17 and a half bonus episode. Yeah, thanks. Bye. David's already gone, so he's not gonna say bye.